Hey everyone, here today to show you with the new news and all the people getting their valuations on their property here, and especially Jefferson County, Adams County, or wherever you might live. We have some, excuse me, we have some very high valuations, and some people are reaching out asking about our experience with appealing or how to appeal. So I want to show you real quick um, how to appeal your um, tax assessment for your personal property tax. So first thing, you're going to want to go to your county assessors. So I'm going to use Jefferson County as an example. If you just go to assessor .jeffco.us, you're going to come to the home screen for the assessor's office. Okay, so once you get in here, you'll see right here in this big green box, you can check the 2023 to 2024 property valuation. Once you get in there, there's actually kind of a blurb here that talks to you about the valuation and how it works. A couple of things to take into consideration, that the valuations are based on a time frame from July 1st of 2020 to June 30th of 2022. So those are the only things that are considered for analysis. So some of the things that we're getting is, I have people calling me saying, hey, my neighbor just sold their house and they sold for like $75,000 less than, what my valuation is. Well, that may be true, but if they sold, last month, the assessor's office doesn't really care about that. What they care about is that 2-year period ending in June of 2022 of last year, which was the absolute peak of our market before we saw a little bit of a pullback. So, we saw our market run up about 16, 17% in the first 6 months of last year. So those comps that are being used in 2022 are really strong comps. And then we saw the pullback, pretty much lost all of that increase in value throughout the rest of the year. And then we've seen it start coming back a little bit. So it is possible that, your neighbor's house sold for less than what you appraised for. And I don't know how much of an argument you'll have. A lot of the people that have good arguments as to their valuations are people that maybe haven't updated their home in a while, because if the homes around them have sold and they've all been updated, better condition, that kind of stuff, it's going to bring the valuation of your home up, and assuming that your value or that your condition is the same. So anyway, I would recommend reading these kind of blurbs and then really just using their tool here. So if you look here and you go to search comparable sales, you can look in this area. Now, again, we're here in Jefferson County. We can just pull up, and I'm going to just pull up whatever. I'm going to pick something up here. Let's look at Golden. Okay, so basically what happens is you find a home. I don't like this one because it's this one's a townhome. Let's find more of a single family here. Let's look at this one. All right, so what it's going to do is it's going to zoom in on a neighborhood. Oh my gosh, I'm striking out. Anyway, even if you were a townhome, what it's going to do is it's going to show you the comparable sales in the area. Okay, if you were a single family in this area, it would show you the homes in this area as well. Okay, now what it's going to do is you're going to be able to sort by price. You can sort by date of sale. You can sort by size, that kind of stuff. So when you're looking for comps for your property, obviously you want to make sure that the size is similar to yours. So that would be the first thing that I would do is sort by size. And then the second thing you can do is you can try to go back and grab some old comps from 2020 because they did sell for lower. But what you're going to notice here is this valuation that's here in green is what we call the time adjusted value of that particular property. Okay. So even though, if we look at, in fact, let's go back to, let's look at the dates. And if we look at maybe one of the older ones that sold, so this one sold in December of 2020. And what you can see is the sale amount was actually only 315. So you might go back, and this is where a lot of people are making mistakes in their appeal process, is they're asking their real estate agents for comps, and they're saying, hey, we can go back as far as July 1st of 2020. And sure, we can, but the assessor's office doesn't really care that you're using a comp that's worth 315. They go, yeah, we're happy to use that comp, but they're going to make a time adjusted valuation to it. So it doesn't matter that this property sold for 315. You can't use that number to evaluate their property. They're going to say, well, it's not reasonable to think that our market in June of 2022, and our market in December of 2020 were the same. So they're going to make a time value adjustment. So that's where you can see this time adjusted price, and that's where this green number comes into play. Okay, so anyway, you can go through here and you can choose a handful of these. You can just say add comp, add comp, add comp. And then what you can do is you can save these comparables. So let's say you were in this neighborhood, and let's say for some reason your assessed value came in at 420, and you pulled all three of these that were 380, 380, 382. I think you'd have a good argument for getting a discount or a change in your valuation. So what you can do then is you can save the comparables through a PDF. Okay. Now, once you've done that, you're going to go back to your property valuation website. You're going to scroll down, and there's usually going to be a section in there that says, are you ready to file your appeal? Appeal deadline is June 8th. So in this case, you can either file by mail, which is going to be the second half of that card that you received in the mail, or you can file online. Okay. When you file online, you're going to click that box, and what it's going to ask you to do is put in your PIN or schedule number and your parcel ID. You're going to find those at the top of your valuation. Okay. And enter them in here. I've already actually entered one in, so I can kind of show you what it looks like. I've removed the property owner and the mailing address for this sake. But what you're going to do is this will already pop up with all of your information, and then your property value, you're going to enter in there yourself what you think that your property value is, and then you can make any you can put any information in here. So you could put your comps in this section if you wanted to, or you can upload that PDF with the comps and maybe put a quick explanation in here. But it's limited to 150 characters, so you're talking 30 words or less that you're putting in here. So it's really pretty slow, really pretty small. Okay. So once you do that, you're going to enter your information here in the yellow boxes below, and you're going to submit, and that's it. So that's it. It's really easy to submit the appeal. I read a study the other day that said 30 to 40% of appeals are actually upheld. So it's worth appealing. I also heard some news, or I heard somebody tell me that they said that they shouldn't appeal because once you appeal, you can never appeal again. I've never heard that before. I tried to do a little research on it, see if I could find anything like that. I've not been able to find anything that says that's the case. So in fact, if you appeal and your appeal is denied, they would let you know by August 15th. And then you have another month until September 15th to appeal again and kind of raise it to the next level to like the supervisory board. So even if your appeal is not upheld this year, it doesn't preclude you from being able to appeal anytime in the future either. So next time our future valuation comes out, which is going to be in basically 2025 when our next valuations come out, you can appeal then as well. So there's no limitations to the amount of appeals that you can make on your personal property taxes. So anyway, this is going to be the best way to appeal your taxes in your particular county. The reality is if you're getting comps from a real estate agent or something like that, even if you're getting comps from our team, they're going to make a time adjusted a time adjustment to that. So, I would highly recommend using their website. You can see what time adjustments they've made, and that's not something that's appealable. Those things are already set. What comps they used is actually what can be appealed. So you can go in and you can actually look at the address and maybe look it up on Zillow or something like that and see some photos and see like, okay, this property is more like my property from a condition standpoint. And, its valuation is $40,000 less. So I believe that's where I should be. So those are some of the arguments that you should make. So anyway, I know that these increases in taxes are not great for people. I do kind of try to put it into perspective for people. Like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. When you have extreme increase in value of your home, in equity and wealth, the government's going to come after their money. So, if you're having a hard time with that, or you need the money, there's maybe an opportunity for you to do a home equity line of credit or something like that, and subsidize some of that line of credit that you have, or subsidize some of that equity that you have in the property, and maybe use that to pay the difference in taxes. So, anyway. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to reach out to our team. We're always happy to help where we can. This is going to be the best place to pull your comps, though, especially I haven't looked at all the county's websites, but Jefferson County, this one's really fantastic because it really just pulls everything that's in your area and makes it really pretty Really pretty simple. You can see automatically it's already set up to pull comps from the exact time, July 1st through June 30th. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful. Good luck if you decide to appeal. Hope that you get